60-meter dash is honestly not taken all that seriously in the sprinting world, especially when people run it outdoors. Unless, of course, Kishane Thompson is on the starting line, because he just ran his first race of the 2025 season. And yes, I have some thoughts. He was competing at the Central Hurdles, Relays, and Field Events meet in Jamaica, which thanks to J. Dublo Sports, I was able to watch live. Everything about that 60-meter dash race was unofficial, at least as far as the IAAF might be concerned, because the outdoor 60-meter dash, with wind factors, is not a real thing. The 60 only matters even a little bit when you run it indoors, where there's no wind. And Kishane Thompson ran 6.48 seconds. He did that into a negative 2.1 headwind. That's the only reason why I'm taking it seriously, because that time would qualify him as a world leader even if there was no wind. But there was. So now I had to start running some conversions to try to understand just how fast he might actually have gone. And since there are no conversion calculators for an outdoor 60-meter dash, I had to use one for the 100, and then cut that number in half to get some approximation. So we can assume that he probably would have ran at least 0.06 seconds faster in the 60-meter dash. Just trust me, I did the math. That would put him at 6.42 seconds to open his season. The only man who ran faster than that last year was the world indoor champion, Kishane Coleman. Followed right behind him by Noah Lyles, who ran 6.43 seconds. And those two names actually matter, because historically speaking, they have been Kishane Thompson's biggest rivals as a pro. Of course, I can focus on the fact that they are both world champions. They've actually won 3 of the 5 world level medals in the 100 from 2019 all the way up until now. But beyond that, the entire world was watching in Paris when Noah Lyles snatched the crown as the world's fastest man, which is a title you get when you win Olympic gold in the 100-meter dash. That race was controversial, and yes, you probably already know why. Because he won that race by 5 thousandths of a second. And the man who was ahead for practically the entire race was Kishane Thompson. If all you care about is the clock, then Kishane Thompson had to be the favorite coming into the Olympics. His first 100 of 2024, he actually didn't even finish. And the next time we saw him was at the Jamaican Olympic Trials, where he ran a new world lead of 9.77 seconds, a time that nobody was able to match for the remainder of the season, even after the games. He ran one tune-up meet where he dominated, and then did what he does in both the prelims and the semifinals. Remember, he was ahead all the way to the line in that Olympic final, but 5 thousandths of a second entirely changed the narrative coming out of Paris. Because to be real with you, Kishane Thompson was probably supposed to win that race, but he didn't. And then we never saw him on the track again for the remainder of 2024. And then Noah Lyles went on a victory tour, wearing the title of the world's fastest man, at least right now. But he wasn't the fastest on the clock for all of 2024. That was still Kishane Thompson. But if you're new here, I want to say thank you for even making it this far into the video. And I'm Coach Rob, the founder of SCArecruiting.com, where I rank the best track and field recruits across the entire nation. And if anything that I say actually connects with you, it is always greatly appreciated if you would please like and subscribe. But if I don't, just let me know in the comment section, because I try to read them all. And I admit that for the most part, at least the casual track fans, Kishane Thompson came out of nowhere in 2024. But remember I brought up Kishane Coleman, his other rival, because that is proof that he didn't just pop out of nowhere. If you were paying attention in 2023, Kishane Thompson was not on the starting line for the World Championship meet. I don't have all the reasons as to why that didn't happen, but I do know he was at the Jamaican trials, and he ran fast in his preliminary heat, but he didn't keep running through that meet. So I'm just going to assume that he was probably injured. But the first time I noticed him is when he ran 9.8 seconds in a Diamond League race in China. But Kishane Coleman was out in front in that race. And then he showed up to run again in the Diamond League final. That was at the Prefontaine Classic in Eugene, Oregon. Kishane Coleman won that race again, where he became the 100-meter Diamond League champion. The fact of the matter is this: in 2023 and 2024, we didn't see a whole lot of Kishane Thompson, but when we did, he ran incredibly fast. He just wasn't in front of the race in the championship races, whether it was a Diamond League final or the Olympic final, when we actually saw him on the starting line. But this 60-meter dash performance, which is still going to go down as unofficial, they're probably not going to give him credit for a world lead because it was run outdoors. It doesn't matter. It is all the proof that we need that he is at least as fast as those men, if not even faster. And that includes in a 60. But Kishane Thompson's old PR in the 60-meter outdoors was only 6.67 seconds. That was in 2022. And I bring up that year for a reason, because up until that year, he had never run faster than 10.21 seconds in a 100-meter dash, and he'd only barely broken the 21-second barrier in the 200. Those numbers are likely the reason why track and field fans had no idea who Kishane Thompson was going into 2023. And remember, in the eyes of a casual track fan, if you're not in the front of the race, you might as well be in last. Remember, I said that part to a casual track fan, because Kishane was running very fast in 2023. He just wasn't in front for either of the pro races that I was paying attention to. But that was back then, and this is now. Because every time that Kishane Thompson touches the track from this point on, we will have great expectations. Winning an Olympic medal will do that for you. As far as I'm concerned, it's even more than that. I'm actively going to be looking for him now. Anytime he touches the track, even if it's a 60-meter dash, outdoors for a race that is technically going to go down as unofficial anyway. Because every single sprinter wants to be the fastest man in the world. But only a few people actually have the talent to pull it off. Kishane Thompson is one of those men. For that matter, some people would argue that he already was. And now that 2025 is starting like this, you could even make an argument that perhaps he still is. The only thing that he has left to do is to go out there and prove it in the one race where the entire world is watching, by finishing in the front, even if it's by 1,000th of a second, because historically speaking, that is actually how you become the world's fastest man. The sport of track and field is not just about running fast, it is about doing it over and over and over again, because whenever you step to the line, your reputation is on the line as well. With the Wake Up, Run Fast, and Repeat shirt, you can make it clear that running faster than the competition is a habit. Get yours at searecruiting.com/shop or use the link in the description below. It's a huge support to me and this channel, so I can continue to make you more content like this. And remember, it is always greatly appreciated if you would please like and subscribe.